together again. On the day we are together again, I will pull you in close like a hoop with no end. On the day we are together again, we will share the same table again. We will share the same table again. I will pass you the salt, the candlelight will bend when we share the same table again. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will stop for a snack at the taco truck stand when we walk around the block hand in hand. Someday we will go back to work. Someday we will go back to work. May we be among people who respect our work. Someday we will go back to work. I will write you a letter for now. I will write you a letter for now. Hope is a message that survives somehow. I will write you a letter for now. I will help the strangers I meet. I will help the strangers I meet. It is possible to get back on our feet. I will help the strangers I meet. To the healers who keep us alive. To the healers who keep us alive. A toast to your courage, knowledge and light. To the healers who keep us alive. And the ones we love who are gone. And the ones we love who are gone. We remember the stories and we sing the songs for the ones we love who are gone. And on the day we are together.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Just moments ago, there was a press conference for Savanah Soto, Matthew Guerra, about the father and son duo that unalived 3 lives way, way too soon. Sorry I didn't get to do it while they were live. I was driving. I am literally in my car right now, and I thought, oh, I got to do it for my people. I got to do it for my people. So, oh, Jessica, thank you so much, my love. I appreciate you more than you know. Really, thank you so much. Uh, by the way, I've got to fix it. I've already got the stickers made, but for the members, you guys are going to have some really cool stickers soon. So hopefully by our next live today, I'll try to get it. Good to see you all. You guys don't drive and type though. Nope. Look, no driving and typing. Nope. So I'm just keeping my camera off at the moment because I want to make sure I have enough service that I can, that the videos and stuff will work. So I know that others have been live during this, and I'm sure some of you have seen it. Just this was just moments ago, but regardless, I have to do it for my people. And we're going to. It's about a vibe. My jazz hands. Thank you. Um, so sorry about the background noise and stuff, but
I don't know if this is good.
we're going to listen to this update, and then we will talk about it right after. Yes, thank you so much, Carrie. Thank you. Yes, if you don't mind hitting that thumbs up, if you can share it out on your social. Crimes Has Consequences does such a beautiful job always sharing it out on social media. Thank you all so much. Truly, I can't ever express my gratitude to you all. All right, so without further ado, let's listen to this.
It's going to affect your sound enough. I'm going to cover up some of these mics here. What's up, Dylan? Thanks for thanks for showing up. Obviously, come on up here, guys. I've asked District Attorney Joe Gonzalez to be here today and make a few comments at the end of this briefing, and we'll make this short and sweet. I have most of the information I have here. I think you've already been privy to. I do have a little bit of new information. The information I'm going to give you, I will answer questions to clarify, but I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about anything else, simply because this is an open investigation and we still have a lot of work to do. So again, my condolences to the families of Savanah and Matthew. By now, everybody's aware
Yes,
of the
me. Thank you
incidents.
for becoming a
I
member.
spend a lot of time rehashing facts that are already known, but I will go over them high level. So on 12/26/23, our officers discovered two deceased individuals in a Kia Optima, and our homicide detectives at that point began their investigation right on that scene. Detectives learned that both victims were involved in the sale of narcotics and used their cell phones to conduct much of their business. Detectives collected the victims' phones, and with the help of the United States Secret Service, we were able to extract information that led to the development of a possible location of a suspect vehicle that was seen on the surveillance video. That occurred on Wednesday, 1/3/24. Detectives drove to that location and saw the suspect vehicle. They approached the home where the suspect vehicle was, and they knocked on the door. An individual by the name of Ramon Preciado answered the door and seemed to know why SAPD was there and cooperated with the investigation. Both Ramon and Christopher were home and brought to the SAPD homicide office for questioning. During the interviews, both suspects made enough statements to implicate them in the murder. Detectives walked warrants for their arrests. Christopher was arrested on the charge of capital murder. Ramon was arrested on the charge of abuse of a corpse. Yesterday, 1/4, more charges were filed. Christopher was also charged with abuse of a corpse, altering, destroying, or concealing evidence of a human corpse. Ramon was also charged with altering, destroying, concealing evidence, human corpse. Detectives also conducted a search warrant at the home of the suspects, where evidence was recovered. There is still an active investigation, and I'm not going into too much of the details, as I've previously said, because I don't want to jeopardize the integrity of the case or make the DA's job any harder once he gets involved in it. The final piece of information I have for you is that the gun believed to be the murder weapon has been recently recovered from the suspect's home. and we'll share that with you. And Joe, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Chief. Good morning, everyone. First, I want to thank Chief McManus for inviting me to be a part of this press conference. And before I begin, I also want to extend my condolences to the Soto and Guerra families as they are in the midst of mourning. They are in the midst of grieving for the loss of their loved ones. So I think it would be good for us to give them the respect that is due them during this period. But I do want to say that as I mentioned before, arrests were made. I was confident because I knew the kind of work that happens over here. I know the kind of dedication that the San Antonio Police Department has. They would identify suspects and make arrests, and that's exactly what happened. So I want to commend Chief McManus. I want to commend the entire command staff, and I especially want to call out the lead homicide detective for doing an outstanding job. I'm sure as typical, he may have had others assist him, but I know that his team was working around the clock, and it made a difference because we always want to formulate a suspect as soon as possible. We always want to identify someone who is a perpetrator of a crime as soon as possible, and that happened here. And my gratitude to the entire department and specifically to the detectives that were involved in this case. As I have said recently, our job is just beginning, but we have to give SAPD time to complete their investigation. What they do when they, and the term is walking a warrant, when they present an affidavit for an arrest warrant, they only need to present probable cause to a magistrate judge, but that's only the beginning. They have the responsibility to complete the investigation, and I know that they will do that. They will do an outstanding job as they've done so far. So let's give them the time to do what they need to do. We have 90 days to indict these cases, and so I am sure that they're going to get a prosecution guide, which is the term that we use for a complete file. I'm sure that they will get it to us in the appropriate time and before that 90-day timeline. So again, I want to commend everyone involved in the San Antonio Police Department for doing an outstanding job in identifying suspects and making arrests. Let's let the detectives complete their job. Let's let them file the cases in our office, and then we'll make the charging decisions, and we'll go from there. And again, I can't overestimate this. In order to bring justice to the memory of these two victims, and in order to bring justice to the survivors and the family members, it's going to be a long road, but we have to take things one step at a time. So let's do that. Let's let SAPD do their job, and then we'll need some time to review the facts and make those charging decisions. And once the case is indicted, then we'll go to the next step. And I'm sure I will have questions about this. Let me get this out there right now. There have been questions about whether or not this will be something that we will seek the death penalty on. It's too early to tell. I don't know whether or not this is something that we will make that decision. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. As in every other case where we have a defendant who is death penalty eligible, we have a capital crimes committee that will meet, that will make, we will hear a presentation from the lead prosecutor in the court where this case ends up, and then we will discuss the facts that go into making a decision to seek the death penalty. But again, it is too early to tell. We don't want to put the cart before the horse. Let's wait till we get an entire case filed in our office. And once that happens, I anticipate that we will have indictments returned, but we have to wait and let a grand jury make that decision. But after that, then we will take it to the next level and excuse me, make whatever decisions that we need to. Thank you very much.
I'll take a few questions.
Andy, for the gun that was recovered at the suspect's home, have you guys done any tests on ballistics on the gun to see if there's been any other connection to crimes?
I will just say that we believe it's the gun that was used in the murder. As far as the testing and the ballistic results go, I'm not sure what they have yet.
Chief, can you help clear something up on the surveillance video? We've had a lot of people reach out. It appears as if someone tosses the towel to Ramon Preciado
Yeah.
before he wipes down the door on the sedan. Is that how it played out? What can you tell us about that small part of the scene?
Yeah, that's something we're still looking into. It's something that's been brought up in conversation about this, so we're still looking into that.
So that could potentially be a third suspect or someone that was there while the bodies were dropped off.
As the investigation continues, it could be. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it is possible.
If someone was there, if there was a second person in that truck, could they be charged with the same altering of a corpse or, essentially moving the bodies? Is that how the charge works?
They could be, but I mean, that's something that would be determined once the level of that person's involvement is understood, if that is the case at all.
We saw videos of police activity in the house of Preciados where you take the mom. Are you questioning her?
I'm going to leave that question unanswered. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Sorry, can you go over the charges one more time on each one of them since they're updated now?
Sure. So the criminal charges that were filed were for Ramon. Christopher was arrested on a capital murder charge. Ramon was arrested on a charge of abuse of a corpse. Yesterday, Christopher was also charged with abuse of a corpse. And he and Ramon were charged with altering, destroying, or concealing evidence.
As far as the capital murder charges, would it be 1, 2, or 3? Do you know how many charges that Christopher would face? It involves all of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay,
Okay.
and any further questions you have, you might want to just refer to the affidavit, arrest affidavit. Okay.
Joe, fiscal, ¿en español nos puede dar unas palabras?
Claro que sí. Pues estamos aquí para hablar con respecto del caso que se...
So there we have it. They found the weapon, which is, let me tell you something. In my opinion, they are screwed. They've got this case locked down solid. They have them on camera, right? I know that they have their license plate. They've got cameras, doorbell footage, everything. Their home was literally just a couple blocks away. They walked to the door and the dad said, "I know what you're here for," right? I know what you're here for. Bear with me 1 second. And I mean, they've got this locked down solid. These guys are screwed, which is a great thing. I think they have a solid case here. Now, you've got the weapon. This was clearly not any sort of professionalism whatsoever. They clearly the son panicked after this was done. You could tell whoever was driving that car was nervous during, you can tell that they were nervous during the video, because when they was pulling in, they that signal was on. I mean, you're in a parking lot at midnight. That's nervousness that did that. Of course, you should be nervous. You have dead remains of a woman with a child in her that is only 18 years old, and a 22-year-old man in the back. deceased over something. I turned my signal in the parking lot. Yeah, of course you do, Dino. But it's a nervousness is what it is. They want to make sure they're following, every law to the bit, right? It's paranoia, trying to abide by. Yes, yeah, yeah. Now remember, they lived. Hey, Cher. They lived so close to um where they found the remains. I mean, in my opinion, if this was a hit of someone bigger, they would have A, never found their remains, or B, they would have burnt the car. I sent a text to you yesterday. Okay, honey. All right. I will do my best to look at them. Um, find it here. So yeah, this is something that you could tell that was clearly unprofessional. And we couldn't make sense of why were they found in that parking lot, right? They were definitely not smart criminals. And the thing is, whenever there is a panic like this, especially from a video gaming looking, unaliver, people panic. And why was we like I said, we were trying to make sense of why that parking lot, you know they lived, you know 15 minutes away or so, but why this parking lot? And it comes to find out that, well, obviously the reason it was this parking lot was because they lived within a couple blocks. Their confession didn't make sense either. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, Giselle, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships, my love. I love you, Giselle. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. For I was telling the members, I'm going to have some special stickers and stuff for you guys here in just a little bit, probably by our next live. I was making them last night for you guys. I just need to upload them. So thank you so much, Giselle, for that. So yeah, lots of inconsistencies in this story. I mean, it didn't make sense the way he described why he did this. Now, the thing that I want to know more, and I don't know if we'll ever know until trial, is, was Matthew outside of the vehicle when this happened? Um, I don't know. I don't know, but it says, per the affidavit, that they drug him, or he drugged him into the vehicle. I'm trying to remember the language. Let me find that. This is what confuses me. Here, I'll show y'all really quickly. It says, where is it? Observed the back seat of the vehicle. They observed a deceased male in the back seat of the vehicle. The deceased male resembles the boyfriend to the female. This is the male had an apparent pew pew wound to the head. It appeared the male had been dragged into the vehicle. Into the vehicle. Was he outside? If he was outside, where was he? Was he in the yard? Was he in the garage? Does the neighbor, did they hear any pew pew sounds around the home? The lady wasn't driving them, in my opinion, deceased. Did the neighbors hear any type of commotion, any type of pew pew sounds? Because there is obviously two locations. They're screwed. This kid is screwed. They've got text, they've got the address of the home of where they typed it in for directions, right? Talking through various, I guess, what's it called? Telegram, talking through that, their address of where they were, going, just their comments in general, you come to the door, oh, I know why you're here. Here, talk to my son. And the self-defense is not going to work. It's not going to work in this case. Because if you was self-defending yourself afterwards, you would have called the police. You wouldn't have hid the remains. You wouldn't have hid. And what is a 9 month pregnant woman going to fight you, and she's getting ready to have a child the next day? No, that's not going to work. You are screwed. And I am so glad they've got a great case here. Now, remember, the what's his name? God, I forget his name. My brain's not working right now. The 19-year-old that did this, Christopher Prescotto, he is 19 years old. He will be one of the youngest, not the youngest, to ever be in the Texas death penalty. Now, if they do go ahead with the death penalty case, the youngest person to ever be in Texas death penalty was 17. So is dad really out at home? I don't know. I haven't checked, to be quite honest with you. Thank you so much, Kathleen. I appreciate it. It means a lot, truly. Thank you for your kind comments. I did notice that San Antonio has a big, yeah. Yeah, it's, I feel the unaliver was in the back seat. The couple was sitting in the front seat. See, that's the way I felt, Lisa. But this affidavit makes me feel some other way. Based upon the drag marks that Matthew had. And that's what I don't. That's what confuses me in this. Where was it? It appeared the male had been dragged into the vehicle. Into the vehicle. Did Matthew go in the house? Did he go in the garage? Did he go in a building? Did he stay in the yard? Did you hear that Border Patrol agent that unalived his baby mom and his son got life? Killed his mom and his. No, I did not, Butterfly. Thank you. Before the dad is released, he has to go in front of the judge. Yeah, yeah. Which I don't know. Yeah, yeah. We were talking about that yesterday because people yesterday were saying, "Oh no, he was released. He was released," and I was like, "No." It says he was. When they say released, it means out of the care of the um, magistrate and into the care of a new jail. There were shell casings in the car, but that was the shell casings just for Savannah, right? I mean, if this was professional, they're not as likely to leave shell casings. They're most likely to burn the car or, make sure that the car, the, uh, remains are never, ever found. Now, I was going to say, make a good point here. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine when they, you know, when they drop when they drop Savannah and Matthew off that night? And, they clearly wasn't looking out for cameras. They were just panicked and wanted to get away from this situation temporarily. They wasn't thinking long term. But can you imagine when they released this video of the father son duo? I bet you they crapped bricks whenever they saw themselves all over social media. Josh said there's no way Christopher pulled. Um, yeah. I don't know. A lot of people thinks yeah, he said fake news. But what Joey's the thing is, when the investigators and authorities went to his home, he's like, I know why you're here. Thank you, I see you. Just check Vine link, and they are still in custody, 100%. Smiley, hello, hello, hello. They are safer in there than I agree. Crimes, they are absolutely safer in jail right now. Which you know, I know that there's people out that would certainly want to get justice, their own justice. Allegedly they went as far as to remove Matthew's pants and possibly call. You see, Batgirl, I don't think this is the thing. I don't, in my opinion, they did not try to mutilate them. I think what happened, in my opinion, is they said that he had drag marks. And I think Matthew wore his pants baggy anyways, and they were dragging him either through the grass, through pavement, or whatever. And by dragging his remains, that may have caused uh, damage to his uh, lower area. You get what I'm saying? Lower area. Um, like a road rash, skin abrasions. Um, and for those of you that don't know, I used to work at a funeral home, and people who had been like bikers, that kind of thing, whenever there would be some sort of accident, um, many times there would be uh, really bad friction, skin. Some people call it road rash, skin friction, uh, that would be on their legs or lower parts of their body, their back, their arms, face, even. Um, who threw now? That's a great question, Kimberly. Um, the thing is, I think, in my opinion, that the San Antonio Police Department absolutely knows that there was a third person there. However, I don't think that they have enough proof to do anything about it, right? Yeah, like a rug burn, but with asphalt. It's way much greater. Yes, DNA over everything, everything, everything. Um, Clearly, no gloves. You know, you got the dad. Like, pulling down his shirt. Just DNA going freaking everywhere. What age in Texas can you buy a pew pew? Um, well, usually, usually in Texas, you own one by the time you're born, because uh, you inherit them. So that's your first Christmas. It's your first birthday present. No, I think it's 18. I'm 5'2". I can drag a taller person. It's upper body strength. Oh, listen, listen. You can absolutely do anything in a uh, panic induced high um, adrenaline. Absolutely. You see, like, you know kids, like a kid being underneath the car or something, and a mom will lift up the side of the car. You know what I mean? Just, it's superhuman strength whenever you are in moments like this. People are saying Christopher was on the spectrum. Special needs. I'm not buying it. Uh, yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't think he was. I'm not buying it either. Uh, Jumping in late. But anyone catch this? If you did, what do you think when the reporter asked if there was a second person in the truck, they will be charged, and law enforcement, oh, Mermaid, didn't deny a second person in the front. Yes. Yeah. That, again, I think they absolutely 100% know that that mother was in that truck, absolutely in that truck. And but the thing is if neither the father or the son is going to say anything, right? And there's no really evidence, you know, to point other than a towel moving. That's not enough, right? That's not enough. If neither one of them are going to say anything, they're doing it to protect her. They did a great job, Batgirl. They really did. They really, really did. I really like um, the police chief. He seems like, just a good, uh, he doesn't, what we say, pull shit or bullshit. He doesn't either one of them, he's just direct. He gives you as much information as he humanly can, which they've given us a lot of information in this, comparative to other cases we've covered. The second person is in the truck would have been a juvenile. I suppose, yeah. Yes, Quinny. Yes, that's me. Yep. I'm just going to throw it out there, but the mother, if she was touching the towel, it could be considered as evidence because it may have come out of the house with her doing laundry. So, yes, Rebecca, the problem is, um, did, she did laundry, right? Her DNA may be on it, but she's the one that washes them at home, right? Uh, I'm guarantee you she's been in that truck, right? She's living in the same home as, the unalivers, right? So, it doesn't necessarily place her at the crime scene, right? It doesn't she doesn't have now if she has fingerprints on the car, right, of Savannah's and Matthew's car, that's a whole different situation. But just her DNA being on a towel that may have came from her house, that she may have washed, that she may have dried herself off with. It doesn't pinpoint her being an active participant in the crime. Dot, thank you so much for becoming a member, my dear. Welcome to the family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The second person in the truck was likely his mom or girlfriend. It was about midnight when this happened, and it happened rather quickly. Yes, this happened rather quickly. Now, did Christopher and Matthew have beef of any sort? Or did something just go wrong at with the deal? Right? Did Christopher owe Matthew money and wasn't going to pay up? Or I kind of feel like it wasn't necessarily drugs that Christopher wanted, that it was money, like he wanted to rob him or something. John, good to see you. Mr. Q, thank you. Tell Mrs. Q hello as well. Um, I think Christopher and Ramon made confessions in return for immunity for maybe. I know for a fact from family, Savannah's family, mom is being questioned. Interesting. Premeditated for robbery. Matthew flashed around his coins. You, um, first of all, let me give you a little lesson on uh, class. It is never classy nor tasteful in any form to show money on social media or anything. It's just not a good look. Second of all, it puts people's eyes on you, right? Uh this, you more set up for being robbed, right? Chloe, thank you so much. Hello dear, good to see you. Um Picture of the person that was driving the truck with the woman in the picture. Side by side picture of the person in that was driving the truck with the woman in the picture. I don't know what you mean by that, my dear. Sorry. Yes, class and decorum. Hey, G Brooks, good to see ya. Good to see ya. None of the above. Yeah, you're right. You're right. There's been, there's been a lot of judgment, I guess you could say, on Matthew and Savannah. But regardless of how we feel about their lifestyle, we taking someone's life is wrong, and we have to um, constantly just remind ourselves that it's routine for the family members to be questioned, not a suspect, just interviewed. Yeah, absolutely. She seemed closer to the grandma than the mother. They also could have come from the court case of the brother. The mom paid for it and still unalived him. Yes. Oh my God, Candy Lee, you're having an earthquake? Oh my goodness, honey, be careful. Take shelter, please. Uh, MG's brother uh, was said to has said in a live that Matthew was very smart, but in my opinion, he wasn't smart at all. Flashing money, pew pew, RX. You know, um, I had never seen so much hugs with a D on it in my life as Matthew put out stacks of money beside of it. And when you're 19, you feel invincible. You absolutely do. There's a picture going around of Christopher with his parents. The mom looks larger, like the person that got out of the truck. I don't have that, Lisa, at the moment, but I will look. I absolutely, personally think this is the father that was driving that. Um, the mom has big elbows, big elbows. You just had an earthquake in California. I've never been in an earthquake. Japan, they've really got some bad ones. Product is a safer word. Yeah. I didn't know what Telegram was either, Mermaid. I'd never heard of Telegram. But a lot of people like do Discord and stuff like that. I don't do Discord. It's too complicated, or I'm too dumb. One or the other, or both. The mom wasn't as big as the person coming out of the truck, in my opinion. I agree, Canadian Cookie. I don't think it was the mom. Now, if the person coming out of the truck had big elbows, I would think it was her. But the mom doesn't have that big gut, right? She had big elbows. I don't know. Fat winter elbows. Telegram started out for politics. Really, I can't figure out Discord either. So don't feel bad. It's just not user friendly. It's like go to this room or whatever. Wait in this lounge. Like, why do I gotta wait in a lounge? Why? I don't want to wait in a. Born in the Bay Area, got used to the earthquakes. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for your opinion. I don't believe they knew Christopher. If they did, they wouldn't have needed to use GPS. Fluffy, that's the thing. Christopher was in the back seat. That's how he pew-pewed them both in the back of the head. But the problem is, it says Matthew was dragged into the car. Dragged into the car. Yeah, servers. What the hell do I need to? Why do I need to join a server? Like, if I'm not if I'm not automatically joining a server uh, without me knowing it, then I don't need it. So, and this is my thing. Did Matthew go to just anyone's house who hit him up on Telegram? Because, like, if someone, like, I don't know, I'm trying to put myself in his position, right? Just some random stranger that I had never worked with before, right? If you get my drift, says, "Hey, I want to buy, 2 pounds of grass, or a pound of grass. I don't know, an ounce. It's whatever, an amount." But I've never knew them, and they just hit me up on Telegram. "Hey, come by my house at such and such address." There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell I am going to go there. There's no way in hell I'm going to go there, right? Because you don't know if it's a setup, like the Popo. You meet at a location. Yeah, but like, do they mess with strangers? Are they going to sell to some stranger, and it could be a sting? Had to go look at mom's elbows. I still think the dad is on everything, because Christopher looks like he does look like I mean, he looks just like he does look like very wimpy, uh, a wimpy kid. But we could be wrong. I think we're going to learn a lot more about Christopher in the coming days. People that knew him, uh, people, what was he like in school? Just literally a year or two ago. I think so, Justin. A sale is a sale, I guess. I mean, I can't imagine having something and saying, "Oh yeah, dude, come." I mean, because like cops, police, they that's the easiest thing to sting them. You see this, person selling a ridiculous amount of uh, illegal products online, and you just say, "Hey, meet me up to this, right here." You're stung. You're done. When these kids don't get it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just can't imagine selling to someone that I don't know from Adam. And I mean, but again, I can't imagine advertising on a public platform either, right? With a link literally in my uh, Instagram profile. Justin, would it make more sense that Chris was selling something to Matthew if he wanted to rob him and lure Matthew out with cash? He was most likely selling them. You know, you never know. That's a great point. That's a great point. He showed the bag of lean, remember? Yes. So, like, Christopher, he doesn't look like he has been on hard hugs. You know what I mean? He doesn't appear like he looks like he might smoke, um, maybe mushrooms, but he doesn't appear to be his physical features. You know what they say about big elbows? I do. I do. And my Christopher did it for whatever she was supposed to buy from Matthew. He would have had no way of knowing that Matthew was going to have his. Yeah. Thank you, Canadian Cookie. If you don't mind hitting that thumbs up button, if you haven't yet, I would appreciate it. Big elbows, yes. What takes a while? You would think of robbing would have happened at home, not car. I don't understand. I mean, if they were just out, um, were they grabbing food? You know, late night? Were they, you know, going to, you know, Target, Walmart, somewhere late night, and they just thought, you know, I'll just go by and do this sale before, you know, while we're in the neighborhood. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, we're going to find out much more. Absolutely. Absolutely. Terms of consequences, Christopher's mom is a larger woman, but she has large media. Large meaty elbows. I mean, can you imagine if she was a turkey Thanksgiving? She would have like the biggest drumsticks ever. Large meaty elbows. Next Chica. Freaking hilarious. Oh my god. Hello, Nicolina. We're talking about large meaty elbows. Drumsticks. Oh, Mama's the boss. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Um, Extra elbows. I mean, you know how people like get those muscle and pec implants, right? It looks like they just fell and they just drooped behind her arms. Um, but I had an aunt that had kind of like bigger elbows. She was an old lady. Like that. Oh my god. Y'all, I'm in my car. Um, Based on probable cause, this was all done in less than 10 minutes. So there was no time. Yeah, Patty, that in my opinion there was no torture whatsoever. Um, it was where, in my opinion, he was dragged. Um, it says into the car, and it's friction burn of some sort. And he wore baggy pants and all that, so it's going to leave elbow level 110. Uh, she had, how would we rate her elbows? I think S&M were sitting in the front, Jackass in the back, and he shit them both. Um, Possibly, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Fierce, fierce elbows. They call me Roland. They hating. Um, I think I have a picture of her somewhere. Meaty elbows. I don't know. She's not that old at all. She's not that old. Why rob someone at your own house? Um, why post a bunch of drugs on Telegram? You know what I mean? These kids don't make, I don't know. I can't do crusty elbows. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Hell no. I feel bad for the families and saying, yeah, survivor. I mean, poor Savannah's mother losing a 15-year-old child last year and an 18-year-old child this year, along with your perfectly perfect grandchild. Something. Not a bad idea, Marlena. My sister in law has arms like that, and it is from being overweight. Yeah, I mean, I just think people are more prone to, gaining weight in certain areas, based upon, genetic predisposition. Show the picture that you showed the other night when I asked you about the elbows. My stand out like nothing I have ever seen. Where? I don't even know where it is, to be honest with you. Holy crap, I've got so much emails. Hold on, what's her name again? I'm trying to remember her name. What's Meaty Elbow's name? Hold on, I think I might have. It's Yvonne. Is it Yvonne? Was that it? Hold on, let me check this. Hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's way off. Let me go back to my previous search. I'm trying to pull up her background. My ADD is trying to keep up with elbows. Damn, where can I find her? Oh, by the way, she did a fake review of her business. I was like, you dirty old hussy. She changed her social media. Maybe that's why. And someone send me a picture of her. I'm in my car. It's hard for me to find it right now. Here, you can text it or email it to this. Um, Maryta. Maryta. Presciato. Someone can send me that. Text it or I can't find it at the moment. Working hard to find these elbows. I know. Oh, listen, we're not shaming anyone. We're just shaming uh, the elbows. Listen, because we believe she helped out. It's not to shame anybody else. We're not going to shame anybody else, of course. So I am not a little skinny mini myself. It is what it is. Thank you, Cash Cow. Thank you, love. So you had to see the pic to get it. Yeah. Yeah. Just shady. We're just shading the shady people. Yeah. I got the dad. I got the, the dad bod myself. Sending it. Thank you. Let me see if anybody else sent it. Anybody text it? Okay. Is there pictures of her on there? RAMANOS. People. Oh, she's changed her profile. I don't even see it. No. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Someone sent that. All right. We have elbow grease here. Elbow mom. No shade toward anyone. If you have big elbows, just her, because this yellow bronze convo got me. Thank you, Guerra. No, here, I'm going to show you the elbows. The reason she has those elbows is she's good at she was good at probably softball. I don't know. Why the hell is it? Oh my god, nothing is working. Jesus to Betsy. Open the damn file. Thank you. It's more difficult when you're in your car. Now, this was several years ago, by the way. The elbows have graduated. As you can see, she's got a club there. And she has kind of like a Tarzan type throw with that stick. It's pretty good, I gotta say. Now, I'm just saying, I absolutely believe she was involved. Absolutely believe that. Watching all the viewers, I'm getting ready to leave. So, anyway, all right. Nipple elbow. What's a nipple elbow? It's like yeah. That's it. That's it. All right, y'all. I got to go into the carpool line because, children. It happens, right? All right, guys. Sorry, my thing's on. I love you all. I'll be back live here in a little bit. We're going to be talking about a bunch of other stuff. Thank you all for being here. Love you, love yous. Love you long time. See you later. Bye.